yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have me douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I
can. Welcome to Friday Night Lights. My name is Mikey. I am your host. And with me is my man. I missed him last week. Tommy, what's going on, brother?
What is going on, Mr. Mikey? So there's breaking news. Breaking news!
Breaking news.
Tommy's going to the Bills-Browns game this Sunday in Detroit. Downtown Detroit, Ford Field. This guy is going to represent Bills Mafia. I am going to try to do something different since I haven't gone to a game since 2018, Josh's rookie year. I am going to try to go live for a little bit and interview some people, whatever, just have some fun. Kind of like the tailgate talk that I wanted to do with some guy named Jason.
Yep.
I'm going to try to offer that. Even though it's like 30 degrees here, I'm still going to try my best, guys, to go live. If I can't go
about weather to Buffalo people.
I'm in Detroit. It's the same shit. But no, I don't know how the live works. You know how that could be sketchy. So either way, I'll have video. I'll try to go live for you guys, for a little bit, and that should be fun.
Scott's already coming in.
Oh,
he's mad. He's mad.
Everybody's crushing Josh Allen. I get it. Yo, what up, Jason?
He's an easy target this week.
He is an easy target.
Triggs comes in. Yeah. You know.
By the way, I'm still getting messages from Vikings fans on my YouTube channel.
Still?
Yes. You know,
move on, brother.
I don't and I took the video down, by the way. I don't know if I told you that, Mikey. Maybe I didn't, maybe I did. I don't know. I did a video because I was a little heated at Vikings fans because I thought they were, be honest, very immature. And the way they handled that win. I'm sorry. And I'm sure Bills Mafia sometimes might get a little immature too, but they're over beyond bad at that.
Worse than the Dolphins.
Worse than any. Honestly, I've been doing this, Mikey. You know me. I've been doing this for 2 years. You know me. When was the last time I ever brung up like a fan base that was like, God, these guys are like, you know what I mean? Like they're just trolls or, you know, like never. I've never brung up a fan base like I did Minnesota. That's probably the worst that I dealt with. I did a video and I said, you know what? I'm going to take it off because I shouldn't have let them get the best of me. And look, they're still messaging me on just random videos that I'm doing, talking shit. And I'm like, you know what? Look, we'll see. If we see a guy, we'll see you guys again. If not, let's see how the rest of the season plays out. Because listen, the worst thing you could do is talk shit and your team goes down. And we all know Minnesota and Buffalo have one thing in common. What is that, Mikey?
Neither one of us has won a Super Bowl.
That's right. So stop talking shit because it doesn't work and it plays out really bad at the end. Because both of our teams have not gotten to the promised land. We got into the promised land, but we haven't finished it, right? So you have no reason to talk trash. Get there, win it, and then, hey, come on board and talk all the trash, baby.
Scott, this might be your best comment yet. Last time I checked, I couldn't rely on my last year's performance review at work. Touche, brother. Touche.
Mm-hmm.
Touche.
I'm not what do you mean me let it go? They're messaging me. I've been let it go.
Yeah.
Daniel, you know that. But I'm saying if I got people messaging me, I'm going to reply. I gotta just let people talk. I'm a reply.
Chiefs fan in the house.
Yes, good guy right here. Good
Yeah,
person. I like
good
Mystery.
person.
My
Yeah.
favorite. See now, listen. Here we go. Here we go. Here is an enemy that is a good person. Like this guy, we could talk to. He's not one of those guys coming in here just trolling. He's a good dude. Follows us. Is on our channel in the chat. People like him. Hey, kudos to this. I wish all fans would act like Mystery here.
Yeah.
It don't
Like,
happen
listen,
that way.
listen. I don't like the Chiefs mainly because they're our top competition.
Yeah, that's all it is about. Yeah.
But it's more of a respect hatred than an actual hatred. Like I hated the Patriots, but I hated the Patriots because they're in division rivals, and I don't like Tom Brady at all.
Right.
There's a difference. I respect
But that makes
what
sense.
the Chiefs. I love Andy Reid. I loved him when he was with the Eagles. He comes from the Bill Walsh tree, which I was a huge Niner fan when I was super little with Bill Walsh. I love Patrick Mahomes because he was one of those guys that everyone thought was going to be a bust too when he was taking the 10. They were getting killed for taking him at 10, trading up to take him. They got murdered, and then they sat him for the first year, and they got murdered. And then he turned out to be as good as he is. He's probably the number one quarterback in the league today, and he seems to be getting better without Tyreek Hill, which is amazing. I don't know how the hell they do it.
Yeah,
it's freaking amazing. So it's one of those things that you got to respect what they're doing, but you can hate them because they're standing in your way.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Like I'm all for. Like I don't like Dolphins are my team. I grew up in Florida, and I guess maybe that's because it's a little bit more in the early 90s. That was a big rival. It wasn't the. Listen, let's all be real here. A lot of Bills Mafia hates the Patriots because the Patriots are fucking unbelievable and they were awesome for many, many seasons. The Bills stunk. It wasn't like the Bills were really good, but the Patriots are a tad better. And it was just like they kept beating us barely every year. Now, if you go back in the 90s, the Dolphins and Bills were really neck to neck. Dolphins were a good team, right? But the Bills were just a tad better, and we always got to the Super Bowl. So that was a good rival. Like that's why we had that, and that's why that will always stay true. But Vikings, what the hell do I have to do with the Vikings? We barely ever play you.
Mystery says we all hate Patriots in Tampa Bay. Everybody hates
them. 100%. 100%. I hate all Florida teams, I'll be honest, except for the Miami Hurricanes.
Mike Holmgren comes from the Bill Walsh tree. Yes, he was a coordinator under Holmgren. He was actually a position coach under Bill Walsh.
Never watched no freaking Brady documentary. I would never.
I'll tell you, I would buy it just to break it. That's how much I hate the guy.
Oh, it's a movie? What do you mean, new movie 80?
Yeah, So he has a movie. It's a kind of about the Super Bowl. It's about like three women trying to get to that Super Bowl that they came back against the Falcons on.
Oh God! I'll pass. Straight to DVD.
Yep.
Get that out of my face. Yep. Nobody wants to see that garbage.
Let's get to the agenda. Let's get to the agenda.
Oh God.
Around the league news. Titans OC got a DUI after Thursday Night Football.
Oh, drinking a little too happy. A little too happy. They got the win. Went out for a couple brewskis and got pulled over. Got a little too much.
Yeah.
So that sucks. But hey, at least he didn't kill anybody, because, listen, I don't know why, Mikey, I don't understand people that go drinking and driving like that, especially when you're an athlete, when you have money or a coach or you have a career. Like, dude, are you serious? That, bro, like in my day, there was no Uber and shit. Like taxis were like a pain in the ass. Like, I'm not saying it was okay back in my day to drink and drive. I'm just saying like now it's even more easier to get home with all of Uber and Lyft and all that other crap, right? And like, bro, you're still gonna go out drinking and driving?
The NFL has a program where you can call somebody and they'll come get you.
Right? It makes no sense. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Like every team has like a hot number that they call and
bro, listen, because I was thinking about this the other day. If I was a superstar, like or if I had money, hypothetically, right? And I wanted to, yeah, that's true. But I will say this. It sucks in a way because let's say you have money, Mikey, right? And you have a freaking nice ass whip, nice car at home, and you want to take that bad boy out with your girl, whatever, right? To the club, to the bar, to a whatever the hell. you want to you don't want to go in an Uber there. You know what I mean? And then the hindsight is, do you want to keep your Rolls there or your really nice car there? So I kind of get that part, but you got to figure it out. You got to maybe have a driver on the side, or take somebody or have somebody on call. Like if you get too many beers in you, or you know what I mean? Like you have to have an exit out of that, you know? And I think some of these guys don't think ahead, man. It's just stupidity.
Yeah, you know, but Jason, not even that you need a limo driver. You know, the NFL has a number. Every team has a number where you call this company and they come and get you. It's like a rideshare service for the NFL players. It's all part of the
Easy peasy.
NFLPA.
Yeah.
Like, it makes zero sense. Now, I want to get to Scott's comment here. And he says, "Are we cursed seriously?" Me and Tommy had this conversation earlier. There is many things. Yes, the fumble was a shit play. It happens. How about before the fumble, 4th and 18? How many fourth downs have we been giving up recently?
I did a video today, Mikey, about a little quick video. I did a short. I'm like, we got to be cursed, man. like are the Bills cursed? Like, honestly, forget just that. Like, in a hole. Like, are the Buffalo Bills cursed? Like, we have yet to win a Super Bowl. Wide right. Went there 4 times. There's always something going on. Thurman Thomas can't find his goddamn helmet in the Super Bowl. Right? What else? Tennessee, Miracle Tennessee, the fucking 13 seconds. I mean, if it could go wrong, it can go wrong. Arizona, the Hail Murray. Like, it just seems like we have the worst luck. And now this season, Mikey, right? We go in, we talk all off season about how we're healthy. Thank God we're going into the season healthy, and injury after injury after. And I want to bring something up. I got to bring this up. And nobody's talking about it. And I swear to God, Mikey, I think the Bills cursed themselves. And I don't know if you remember this. And maybe some of you guys do in the chat. But in the off season, in OTAs, I think it was OTAs or maybe even practice and train. No, it was OTAs. Remember when the Bills' social media would run little videos, like funny videos? Bills' social media team. Okay, the Bills' social media team would always run goofy videos, right? Like whatever, they do these dumb videos. They did a video of an ambulance coming out into the field, like there was an injury, and they got out, and it was like Mario or something. A guy dressed up as Mario, and it said no cap. And they drove away, like making fun of, like saying like, oh, we have a serious injury. And like they showed like the coach, like McDermott, all serious. I think it was. I have to play it. I have to
remember that.
Yes. And you want to talk about ironic. And we had an injury, I think, the very following week, and it was Jordan Poyer's arm. Swear to God, if anyone could, a matter of fact, while you're talking, I'm going to pull it up because I have to play it. I have to play it. Because I swear to God, it's almost like they jinx themselves.
Wide right, miracle, you just said miracle, 13 seconds, Hail Murray. Yeah, it was like, it's like this. It's like this 7 levels of Dante's Inferno. Listen. It's gonna get better this week. It all turns around this week in Detroit. Tommy's gonna be there to make sure it does.
I am. I'm very curious.
Is this a pity party show? No. I'm still trying to get to the league news. Tommy, I don't even really care.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, because I'm looking for something. You go through.
So after the Titans OC got a DUI, the league comes out and talks about how Washington gets busted in doing those stupid prank videos trying to mimic what the Vikings did. And they bust them that they're drinking on a team plane. So now all the leagues get a reminder memo from the league saying no drinking at team facilities, on team planes. How dumb do you have to be to take your video and post it when you get caught, you get busted drinking? It's like you're in high school again.
Yeah, really, really, really stupid, by the way.
So we're going to turn it to some injury-related news. Matthew Stafford's been cleared to play. He'll be back Sunday. Chargers, Allen and Williams are about to return. Keenan Allen against the Chiefs, which is a wonderful thing to hear if you're a Bills fan. Give Herbert some of his weapons back. Lamar out sick, out of practice again. So we don't know what. I imagine he's still going to go because we have had guys out all week too from practice. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at it, some teams are starting to get healthier. We'll get into the injury reports in a minute. Did you find what you were looking for?
No, keep talking.
Determined.
I have to show it, guys. It's so ironic, but keep going. Keep on. Go on, Mikey.
All right, so let's just jump in here. No excuse to drink and drive. Yeah, especially when we were just talking about it. They have programs in the NFL and the Coaches Association where you can call a number. Just so dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Can Tommy post another video on Vikings fans? It creates a lot of excitement.
Oh, dude, right? I should just do it the whole season. Every day I post the Vikings video. Can you imagine? Oh, yeah.
We just talked about this with Curtis from Ace Per Head. Here's the question. Do you think McDermott's energy on the sideline affects the team in close games? Because he's very tight on the sidelines. He's not a loose guy. It seems like it does. In those tight games, they seem to tighten up. They're not a loose team.
Yeah. Every time they go to McDermott on the sideline, he seems like he's so nervous, man. He seems like the world is falling apart, man. And it shows. It does, like on offense and defense.
On his face.
Like he is we could be up 27-17 like we were, and he has the look of desperation and worriness, like something bad's going to happen.
Maybe that's just his face.
Yeah, I don't think so, because I've seen him in different phases.
You've heard of the resting bitch face, right? So maybe he just has the resting worry face.
Right. It's very possible. I don't know. I have no idea.
And because then Tommy saying we're cursed.
Man, this season it seems like with the injuries, everything that's going on, it's.
Have you seen the clap much this year? Because I haven't. That's the one thing I haven't seen this year is the clap.
What clap?
McDermott's clap.
Oh.
Have you seen that? No. Whoa! Where were you taking that, Tommy?
Whoa! Who has the clap? Does one of our players have the clap? See, I told you guys.
Is that what's going around? Really?
Bad
don't
luck,
want to get into what the sickness is.
Oh my God, dude!
I'm hearing more and more the Dable is the miss for the. I'm not listening to that crap. That's the national talking heads saying Dable's the quarterback whisperer, and that's what's wrong with Josh. Listen, no, I'm not listening to that crap. If Dable was the quarterback whisperer, he wouldn't have been fired from multiple offensive coordinator jobs before he got to Buffalo.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Did he get better as a coach?
Comment?
Absolutely.
Where's that comment at?
Mystery's coming in. It says, I'm hearing more that Dable's is
Okay. So this is great. I'm glad he brought it up, because I'm sorry, I'm sidetracked on this ambulance thing. I got to really find it. Anyways, here's my thought of the Dable thing. And I saw it on Twitter, and like, by the way, I said something on Joe Marino's Locked on Bills, and of course, boy, Bills Mafia gets really heated when I make comments. Right? Like, and I'm going to go, by the way, I'm going to talk about something different in a minute after I say this. But here's a problem with this. We have had the same issues every season, right? With Dable, there is not even, okay, the run game. This has been an ongoing issue since Dable was here, right? Second half adjustments, ongoing issue when Dable was here. There is no difference. By the way, who learned under Dable? Ken Dorsey, right? So maybe Ken Dorsey's taking a little bit of Dable, and he needs to push that away, because that part of Dable, offensive coordinator, I hated that part. He was a really good coordinator.
We'll find out. We'll find out more about that this week, because the Giants are coming off of their bye.
Yeah, he has to listen. Honestly, this is not a Dorsey problem. I'm not saying Dorsey isn't to blame a little. I think everyone's to blame. But in my opinion, This all goes circle to one guy. That's Sean McDermott. That's our head coach. He is in charge of this. If he wants to make a change, he could have done it last year. He could have told Dable to run the ball more. Like, this is an ongoing problem. And he's doing it this year again. The problem with McDermott, he's a defensive coordinator. So maybe he just doesn't want to step over his boundaries because he doesn't really know offense. I'm just guessing. I have no idea, but it lies on the head coach. At the end of the day, he's responsible for what goes on the field. And it just seems to be always something, either on offense or on defense with Sean McDermott. And we all go, Leslie Frazier, how can you do that? Now it's what? Ken Dorsey? How dare you? When are we going to say Sean McDermott? Come on, man. Like, we got to eventually point the finger at the head coach. You can't keep pointing the fingers at the coordinators. I'm just saying. I'm not saying they're not to be blamed at all, but McDermott has not done a good job in close games. That's a fact. And in big games. In big moments, Sean McDermott drops the ball every time. You know what Sean McDermott does? Josh Allen at the half-yard line. That's what fumbles the ball. That is the story of Sean McDermott.
Wow, Tommy.
But it can change. I like Sean McDermott. I am not saying Sean McDermott is a bad coach. However, he is in what? 6th season here? 7?
Yep.
What is he on?
6.
Okay, 6th season. Been here since 2017, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's been very good to us. He's gotten to the playoffs every year except for 2018. Very good coach. But you got to eventually take us to the promised land. We cannot have a Marvin Lewis here. Can't do it. Eventually, you have to make the change. Because what happens if we don't get there this season? What do we all say? Well, let's do it again next season. We just need to add, now we need a running back. Now we need offensive. Okay, so now we go next season. We're the same. Let's say we fail again. What do we say? What excuse? I can't keep doing with the excuses.
Yeah, there's not going to be, let's go into next season. This is the last year with this core of guys. Poyer's up. Edmonds is
I
up.
get it. I get it.
A lot of these
but what
guys
about
are up and
yeah, but McDermott you have to show out. You cannot continue to keep failing in the playoffs. And not only failing in the playoffs, Mikey, in mid-season, we continue to do the same thing. It's like we get caught up. I don't understand it. That's coaching. So I don't know. I hope to God McDermott, because he's a smart guy. I hope to God he's taking all this. He's learning from his mistakes, Mikey. Yep. But it just seems so far he's still doing the same dumb shit, which is clamming up,
Mm-hmm. Thomas came in and said he saw the McDermott clap last Sunday. Okay, I didn't.
Probably was on a run. Probably was on a run play. I bet.
I haven't seen much of the McDermott clap this year, and I'm like, Josh can be great in the clutch situations. He needs a mentor. He just needs to get his head out of his ass. At the end of the day, Josh has proven that he can be good. What it is he doesn't have that number 2 guy. Let's call it what it is. Davis hasn't stepped up to be the number 2 that we thought he was going to be. He's inconsistent. Last few years he's had Beasley as a safety blanket. So on that play, like where he threw the pick trying to go to Davis, that would have been a check down to Beasley in the past. He doesn't have that guy right now. That's why me and Tommy have been pounding the table to bring in an Odell Beckham Jr. He's a proven number 1 that could slot in as a 1B next to Stephon Diggs.
Right.
We're relying in our wide receiver core on a lot of unproven guys. We were hoping, Davis could step up and be a legit number 2, and he has flashes of it, but he's just inconsistent.
Yeah, especially it's really throughout his career. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah. Davis
continues to be 1 minute you think he's a superstar, one game. And the next game you're like, this guy, he still has a lot to learn. So I don't know. Mikey, I will say this, though, about Gabe Davis, to his defense. I still don't think he's 100% with that ankle. Because if you look in the beginning of the season, I kind of felt like his speed was better. His route running was better.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like since his injury, he's kind of like slowed down a little bit, which is it's your ankle. I get it. and the route running, which also can maybe change the way you're catching the ball. I mean, honestly, it does. Like, because you don't want to come down on your ankle wrong, you don't want to twist too wrong. Like, so maybe all that. I'm just saying. I know I'm not an excuse guy, but also if you ever had an ankle injury like that, I'm telling you, I've had a broken ankle. I know. And I know that it does affect like your mental psyche, like when you're going to do certain things.
Then sit your ass on the bench.
Oh yeah, 100%. Listen, I'm not. Listen, he had a great game in Pittsburgh when we played Pittsburgh. Yeah. So I'm not saying that it's an excuse. I'm just saying I don't know if he's 100% yet after that ankle injury, and I'm hoping that you know, he gets better as these weeks go on. One more thing I did want to say real quick. By the way, for everyone that was hating on me on Tuesday when I brung up on Twitter that the Bills potentially could be relocated and play in Detroit, it's a very possibility. Boy, Mikey, I showed you. I was like one of the first to say it, and I got ridiculed. People were saying I'm fake news. People were saying I'm an idiot. Who are you? You think you're Adam Schefter? I'm like, yo. And then look what happened, right? I got a couple apologies, right? But hey, I mean, Mikey, it was a freaking snowstorm coming. It wasn't like I'm like this Mr. Predicting guy. Like I'm oh wow, I'm the smartest guy in the room. But come on, man. Like I think Bills Mafia sometimes, boy, they just do not want to admit.
Ben, I know Tommy. They got to him the last couple of weeks.
I'm going to collect every
Tommy
goddamn receipt.
Tommy's becoming Robert Saleh. Hold those receipts.
Fuck, hell yeah! You better believe I am.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Jason, you know what? This is a great. Why get another running back if you trade? If you're not going to utilize the running back in return. Listen, from the reports that were coming out from the beat reporters, it sounds like it's taking them longer to pick up the offense. You have to remember, Emmanuel Sanders came out and said on Good Morning Football after last season, the Bills' offense is the most complicated offense he's ever been a part of.
Yeah.
It's a very complex offense. So it takes guys a long time to pick it up. That's the reason why you don't see, I'm feeling the reason why you haven't seen Nyheim Hines yet in the offense. So maybe that's part of what's going on with the Bills today is our offense is too freaking complex. Scale it back a little bit. Jesus Christ. Do something to get your playmakers on the field.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
You would think Dorsey's a quarterback that's played in the league. He should understand that, maybe we need to scale this back a little bit. I can understand Daboll having a very complex offense because he wasn't an NFL player and didn't do that. Dorsey understands that. Scale it back. Get those playmakers on the field. Keeping them off the field because they can't get the playbook just tells me that your playbook's too complicated. You can never incorporate anybody that doesn't start from the very beginning of OTAs. Is what that's telling me.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Put him in. Yes, Scott. Exactly. Give him packages. He doesn't need to know the whole playbook. Give him a package. 10, 15 plays that he could be part of. Yeah, Amy, Tommy, you lucky bastard. Get to see or be at 2 games in a week. Yeah, go to watch them. Go and watch them. The Bills only have 4 active wide receivers. Yeah, we'll begin to. So that's a great segue into the injury report. So we'll first start with the Browns. The Browns on the injury report, out is Anthony Bell, concussion. Greg Newsome got a concussion today in practice. He's now out. They're starting corner.
Yep.
Michael Dunn, offensive lineman, out. Or Perrin Wimpy, the rookie D tackle out of Oklahoma, is out. Questionable is Njoku, but from everything I'm hearing, he said he plans to play. So we'll probably see Njoku back. Conklin's been injured. JOK's been injured. These guys, White Taylor's been injured. All these guys are expected to play, but they're nursing some kind of injuries. For the Bills, Edmonds, Rousseau, and Trey White all rolled out today.
That's
Elam, yeah, Elam, Gilliam, and Poyer are all questionable. Be interested to see if we get Poyer and Elam back because those are two big secondary pieces, especially with Trey White still out. Cam Lewis, McKenzie, Jordan Phillips, Matt Milano, Tim Settle all had sicknesses this week, haven't practiced at all. They'll all play. We'll see how that plays into it. Josh Allen is going to play. He's been resting his elbow all week. And then Saffield will play as well, who had a shoulder. But he's been dealing with that shoulder for like 4 years now. So
I'm telling you, man.
Poyer and Elam both had full practices on Friday when they didn't practice. How can they write that? They were both at full practices. They didn't practice today. They had Zoom meetings because they couldn't get to the thing.
Right.
That's funny.
Right.
That's funny.
And by the way, this game is still they still got to get to the airport, Mikey.
I know.
And that is interesting because right now I don't think you can drive, or I think they said right now everything's shut down. So they better hope that it clears up because I don't know how. I would have listen. That would be crazy because of all the tickets they sold, all that. If they canceled the game somehow, people would be pissed. I think
I don't know how I don't know how they could do that because they can't push it because we play on Thursday.
No, I get it. I don't know either. I'm just
can't cancel a game.
Would they forfeit? Would they do a tie?
I don't know what they would do.
Like I'm just curious how that. Yeah.
Be interesting to see. Zoom practices. Yep, Zoom practice, Scott. They were both full participants in Zoom practice.
Hey, see, now that's a good sign. Zoom. Thank God they made their Zoom practice. Oh,
yes,
man.
Yes, Mystery. Our team is still in Buffalo. We don't fly out until tomorrow.
I got it.
Oh, my God.
I got it.
I
got it. This is, I'm telling you.
Dog with a bone.
Here we go. I told you, when something's bugging me, I have to find something. So here we go, guys. I have to show you this. And I can't believe people don't remember this. This is the Bills social media team, by the way, guys. This isn't me doing this. All right, here we go. You ready, Mikey?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna put it on the screen. All right, here we go.
Say it with me.
You just dropped Mario.
One day, in the future, somebody will say your name for the very last time, and then you will be completely forgotten about.
Dude, that's dark as hell. What the hell?
And nobody brings that up. That
I didn't even
Buffalo.
see that.
Yes, so the Buffalo Bills did that on TikTok, that video, and right after that, Jordan Poyer got hurt like 2 days later in camp. Right after, bro. Nobody talks about that video, and we've had injuries all year since. Like, why would you joke around about that? About a major injury. You bring the ambulance on the field. You got Sean McDermott running like it's a really major thing going on.
No, that was from that run right there was from the practice when Allen and,
I know. I get that, but
Phillips
they put it as a right, but they put it as a video. I don't either. Like,
I'm like, what the hell is that?
I know. See? Nobody talks about it though.
I don't even remember even seeing that.
Yeah, take that out of your mind, y'all. Sorry, I had to bring that up, guys. I'm just saying, are we cursed because we didn't help ourselves right there?
Yeah. God.
Oh God.
So bad. All right, Tommy. Let's get into the keys to the game, brother.
All right.
First key to the game: No freaking
Win.
turnovers.
Win.
Stop the red zone turnovers. Josh had, was it 4 red zone interceptions in the last 2 weeks? Or 2.5 weeks. And he had 2 in the previous 67 games he started. And he had 0 go. And then he threw his first one during Thanksgiving last year. Stop giving the ball away. Stop giving points away.
Okay, so real quick, before we get into the keys of the game, I do want to say this. I really honestly think, and I know it sucks that for Bills Mafia, especially people that live in Buffalo, that they're not able to go to the game. It's a home game playing in Detroit. However, we can kind of take this almost as a blessing in disguise, guys. And I'm being totally honest here. We were on a 2-game losing streak, right? Let's say hypothetically that this wasn't a snowstorm, but it was just a bad snow, right? 3 feet, whatever. We could play in it. We're going against a team that runs. We've been bad lately against the run. And Josh isn't 100%, right? So throwing in that wind, throwing against in that snow, right? You don't probably want that. I think going into a dome is the best thing right now, honestly, for our team against this team. I think it's good for us. Get back our winning ways. I think this is definitely a blessing in disguise. Get Josh Allen back on track. No win, no nothing, no snow, no excuses here, right? And I think I'm telling you guys, this might be really good for the Buffalo Bills right now to get back on track. And then we go back to Buffalo after we win against Cleveland, we win against Detroit, and we go back home. You know what I mean? But I really think this is
AFC games.
Yeah, but I just think right now playing in the dome is good. It's good for us. It's a good environment. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You guys know Bills Mafia is going to bring it. It's going to be a lot of Bills fans in Detroit, just like they were in 2014. So, and honestly, with this offensive line that we have right now, come on, man. We're not going to – you guys know damn well that we're not going to run heavy in the snow, right? We were probably going to do the same thing we did against Indianapolis Colts, and you guys remember how that game went. Okay? A lot of stupid fumbles by McKenzie and a kick return, right? Not running the ball, pass, right? The Colts ran, right? This is in a dome. It's perfect for Josh Allen. It's perfect for everybody involved. So I think we can get back to our winning ways, get our confidence back up as well. So that's all I wanted to say. I think this is a blessing in disguise, honestly, Mikey, that the game, I think, we'll see. Yeah. They got to execute. I'm just throwing that out there.
No, we tend to play our best. Our team is built for dome, right? Honestly,
100%.
We're built very much like that. Greatest Show on Turf is built with the guys that we have. We tend to play our best in a dome, so it'd be nice to get back to that. We'll go out there and see what we got. Hopefully we get Poyer back. Hopefully we get Elam back. We still have no Trey. Losing Edmonds hurts. A lot of people have been dragging Edmonds. You saw in the second half the difference he makes.
That's a big loss.
Yeah.
Especially against.
Everyone seems we can just let him go, and it's not going to hurt our defense.
No. Especially against Cleveland, a team that they run.
But we did bring AJ Klein back.
AJ Klein, I know, and he's very good against the run, by the way. And I don't mind. Listen, I never hated AJ Klein.
I didn't like
as a guy that, right? But I didn't hate him as a player that would come in to fill in for Milano or Edmonds when he got hurt, or just a rotational guy. He did bring the juice. He's only he doesn't cover well. He's not a very good coverage linebacker, but he brings the heat on blitzes. He gets home most of the time, and he's very good against the run, in my opinion.
Solid tackler.
Yeah, very solid tackle. So it's not a bad pickup at all. Cheapy pickup. No. I don't see that as a bad pickup.
He's better. He's better than a lot of our current.
Knows the system.
I don't want to see Bernard. He's not ready.
Right. Knows the system. You saw what happened, Bernard. Bernard got exposed. He was a rookie. Yep. That's going to happen. Undersized right now. He needs to bulk up. Okay. No, very good pickup. Very smart pickup by Brandon Beane. But anyways, go ahead, Mikey.
Yeah. Okay. So, obviously stop the turnovers in the red zone. Stop the turnovers in general. It seems like we still don't punt a ton. We just turn the ball over a ton. So
Lately,
clean it up. Clean it up. Stop the run. They run a lot of 12, 13 personnel. Stop the run. Get out of nickel. Run some 3 linebacker sets with Milano, Dodson, and Klein. It's okay to run it. It's okay to do that.
Yeah. Yep.
We don't have to stay in nickel all the time, especially when they're running 13 personnel. And then last one, fix the freaking red zone. Oh. We are so predictable in the red zone.
So predictable.
Last week we started off in the first half. We ran for 2 touchdowns, and then we just stopped trying to run in the red zone.
It's so
we just stopped trying.
It is so frustrating to watch this offense sometimes work, Mikey. Because listen, I was talking to Curtis. We were talking to our good friend Curtis like an hour ago, and we're very predictable at times. Because here's the problem: if I'm a defensive coordinator, I'm going against a Buffalo Bills offense. I'm telling you, Mikey, I'm telling my team, never bite on the play action. Never bite. If they run, okay, I'll take it. Is what it is, right? We'll take that chance. But they're never going to do it. So I would constantly play back, constantly play zone, constantly play man. They're never, bro. Even RPOs, I would say, hold back, watch Josh Allen. Because it's so obvious. We do it week after week. Nothing changes. And, bro, you got like Ken. I love Ken Dorsey. But, Dorsey. Now it's starting to become repetitive. Defenses aren't dumb. Coordinators see this. You got to switch it up, bro. Especially in the red zone. You cannot keep playing the same plays. Patrick Peterson said it himself. Right when we lined up, he knew the play. Knew it was going to happen because he's watched film on us. It's like, bro, and I think that's where Dorsey's getting a little caught up. And it's weird because the plays are going down smoothly up until the red zone. Because look, if you look at it in a whole, Mikey, our offense is clicking. Yeah. It's just when we get to that certain point of the field
inside the 20,
is where things just break down. Because we have no problem going 75 yards, 80 yards. Honestly, it's like I even text Mike. I'm like, damn, this drive's going smooth. I like this drive. Oh, turnover. or something happens. Or we get 3 points out of it because we just go to the same play. Like, Dort, you got to mix it up, bro. You got to start changing things up. And I will say this, though. There is good news because last season we did that. And if there's anything to go with, I know Dable's not here, but if this is a Dorsey under Dable thing, and maybe even McDermott, they did start running Singletary a lot more towards the tail end of the season. So it's very, very possible you start seeing Singletary more involved in the offense. I'm hoping because he is a big key. Why did I write preview twice in that? What is going on?
I don't know. Triggs comes in and says, Dorsey's also glued to his original game plan. There's just no adjustments. Absolutely. And I know, Scott, I'm asking a lot here because I'm asking him to stop the things that they're doing right now. However, you have the ultimate cheat code in the red zone at quarterback. Where did the Josh rollout, the run pass option on the rollout go? I haven't seen one of those in forever. And then Josh since week 1, really, when he took off running and got the touchdown in week 1. He was scoring 8 touchdowns a year on rollouts. Where did all that go? Like, they just took that out of the playbook. Where did the jet sweeps go? They've taken that out, or the pop passes. They've taken that out of the playbook.
I don't know.
We're very just drop back and run our offense. You don't see any rubs. You don't see any bunches. You don't see any of that. No creativeness on.
Right.
I don't want to call it vanilla because it's not.
It's not. Matter of fact, somebody wrote that, and I hate. Listen, we're number 1 in offense. I don't know. I believe we're still number 1, right? I haven't checked recently. This week, are we still number 1 in offense, Mikey, on team stats?
I don't think so.
Either way, we're either 1 or 2. We're up there. So we can't be that freaking vanilla, right? We're scoring points. It's just we're making dumb mistakes, and we're starting to, the second half is where we start to really fall. And that's where, like, our points are coming early, right? They're not coming towards the tail end. And just like that Green Bay game, we jumped ahead, thank God. And just like the Minnesota game, we were up. Like, we could have scored 40. We could have scored 40 points in that game if we kept on or stopped making stupid mistakes. It's just it's the second half, and the red zone is absolutely killing us, because we would be in the high 30s every game. Every game, if we stop doing those dumb boneheaded mistakes.
Yeah. And I want to hit this. Spin comes in says the defense are catching on to that now. When Josh rolls out to the right, that's why. There's a difference. When Josh rolled out to the right, when Peterson picked him the first time, it wasn't a design play. He dropped back, and then he rolled right. I'm talking about the roll the pocket right and give him the run pass option.
So
we just stopped doing that.
We're still first in offense.
That doesn't matter. We're losing. I don't
Mikey,
give a shit.
I'm just saying it's not okay.
I know.
Mikey,
No, I said
settle down.
It's not vanilla.
You talking about vanilla offense.
No,
so
I
the
didn't.
Only
say
reason
vanilla.
I know you don't give a shit about it.
I said don't call it vanilla. That's what
exactly. So it can't be vanilla if we were if we were 15th in offense, I would say, yeah, maybe you got a point. Maybe we're a little vanilla, right? Because we're not scoring enough, right? Well, if we're first in the league in offense, guys, it's not vanilla. It's just mistakes. He's actually calling a decent game. He's just not calling it in the second half and the red zone and second. Exactly. That's where his faults are at right now. Can he correct that, Mikey? Is the answer. Is the question, I mean. Yeah. And he can. It's very correctable. Okay, but you got to get to it. You cannot. The thing is, you can get away with it versus some teams. But when you go against teams like Minnesota that has a high-powered offense and you don't score points, they can easily bounce back and beat you. And that's exactly what happened against Minnesota, right? And that's what will happen against Kansas City. I know that, but I'm just but the Jets, we only scored 17. We didn't score a lot of points. We weren't up 27. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about when we jump a lead early, 24, 27, and there's still a whole quarter and a half to go, and we only score 3 points. There's a problem there. You know what I mean? There's a big problem. So that's a totally different. I'm talking about games like the Chiefs, right, where you're up, right? You can't do that. You can't make those mistakes. The Chiefs will kill you. You know, high-powered offenses will bounce back real easy, no matter how good your defense has been playing. We know this. It's been the case. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. But listen, as far as injuries go, the good news though for this game, Mikey, I think Poyer's going to play. It looked like he is. I will say this about Trey White. A lot of people are upset about Trey, and I know you are too. I don't think you're going to even see him next week. One, and I told you because they're playing on a turf field, and I don't know if they want it. I know that shouldn't matter, but I know that, but I don't know if they want to put him right away on the turf field. I know that Bills do, it plays on turf, but I don't know if they want to jump him in right away without practice this week. He hasn't practiced at all. Right?
That's one. Clips of him in cleats for the first time.
There's been no practice this week. Hardly any practice. Matter of fact, we canceled practice.
We practiced Wednesday.
One practice of the whole week. We didn't practice Tuesday. We didn't practice Thursday. We didn't practice Friday.
Okay.
Right? Limited practice. There were guys running around. Guys running around. That wasn't a full practice. It was just running around. It wasn't a full practice. Either way, then there's not going to be any practice either. Probably limited practice next week. Maybe 2 days. Because the turnaround's Thursday. I just don't think you're going to see him for the Thanksgiving game.
I don't think so either.
I think you're going to see. Matter of fact,
I don't know if
you'll. I don't know. I'm starting to think you may not. And the reason why I was talking about the turf, Mikey, I know we play on turf, but if we were on like, let's say we were playing on the road on a grass field, I would think I would want him to start there rather than on a turf field. Is what I'm saying.
I don't know if we play on a grass field anytime soon, though.
We play, I believe, Chicago, and I believe they're on a grass, correct?
Yeah, but isn't that like 4 weeks from now?
Well, the way he's going, but let me look.
But it's 4 or 5 weeks from now, right?
Yeah, we go. What's the time right now?
Detroit, and then we come back, and don't we go against
Jets and Buffalo? Yep, Jets of Miami.
Jets in Miami, all turf fields.
No, I'm sorry, New England. We play New England.
And
I believe they don't.
They have grass field.
Exactly.
But you're going to put them out on the grass field that 1 week and then pull them back.
Why not? No. But you put him out for New England. Let's say if he's ready, I would be more comfortable there. Then we come back home against the Jets and the Dolphins. And bro, if he was ready by that time, we put him in against that game. Then that's a perfect game, perfect setup, Mikey. He already got his reps on the New England game. Listen, New England's not going to tear him up on offense, right? He could go in there and play a couple series. I'm just saying. He doesn't even need to go in. Mac Jones is not going to throw the ball over him.
That's after the Thanksgiving game.
Correct.
So set him the next 2 games and bring him back for the Patriots game.
Yep. And then have him ready for the Jets and Dolphins, which the Dolphins game's huge. If any game you want Trey White back, is that Dolphins game.
Well, we'll see. I don't trust he's coming back. Until I see him out there, I'm not going to trust he's going to be back.
Listen, Mikey, at this point, it wouldn't shock me. You know what I mean?
Amy comes in. The defense are catching on about J17, running, pointing, faking the ball. But we're not even seeing him do it. That's the thing. We're not seeing those rollout passes. We see him dropping back to throw and then rolling out because he's been flushed from the pocket. But I'm talking about those quick rollouts where you can get the guy in the flat. There's the corner, the flat, or Josh running.
Yeah, I will say that
we're not seeing any moving the pocket anymore.
Yeah, no. I mean, the last play, he definitely was staring Gabe Davis down the whole time. 100%. He patted the ball probably
5 times.
What did we count? 5 times? Okay. So he's patting the ball, staring him down. That was definitely all on Josh. Did not even look at another option. You can't do that. Like, you got to look at your other options. And he was all Gabe Davis there. There was no other. There could have been guys wide open all over the field. And I think Allen's vision was always towards Davis on that play. And that's live and learn. He has to. And I think listen, Allen's tough on himself. I'm sure he went and saw the video. I'm sure he understands. And I hope he learned from that, because you cannot stare down your receiver that long in the red zone and pat the ball a million times and get away with it. It just doesn't work that way. Sometimes I think Allen thinks his arm is just like, and it is super strong, but I think he thinks it always will get home. You know what I mean? Like, that bullet pass will get past 3 guys, and it doesn't always work that way. There's Patrick Peterson's a vet.
Because you could have scored on that throw. We talked about this after.
We talked about it. Over.
If he throws it up and over.
Yeah. Worst case, it goes out of the end zone.
Yeah.
Worst case, it goes out of the end zone.
Yeah. It was just a bad pass. Bad decision.
It was a bad pass.
It happened.
Yep. He had Singletary in the flat.
My issue with the whole play, outside of Josh staring him down, was 3 of the 4 routes were all in the end zone. You had 1 guy leaking out.
Right? Why? Well, especially early on
in the red zone.
It was only second down. What are you doing?
Right?
We don't need that
pass game.
Matter of fact, we rolled down the field with no problems. Like, you don't need. It's not like time ticking. Yeah.
Although Singletary was open in the flat, the other 3 were in the end zone. Why are you running 3 guys into the end zone with a?
It was never meant to go to Singletary, anyways.
No,
never.
Because he chipped and then rolled out.
Right.
He's the safety valve. The problem.
Right.
The
Why
problem
not?
I'm having is, where's the short passing game? Why don't you have that 1 guy running that intermediate route? Why do they all have to be in the end zone?
Or where's McKenzie on the sweep that we usually do in the red zone that he usually gets in on those? We only need a 50. What were we at, the 20, 15? I mean, he could have easily got, let's say, so what? He gets 7, 8. Okay, now we're in 32, 31. I mean, it's just like we shoot ourselves in the foot every time, man. And that's on Dorsey as well. But Josh can audible out at any time. He can change the plays.
So how it's set up is Dorsey calls in 2 or 3 plays, and then he chooses of those 3 plays. So what if that was the best of the 3 plays? We don't know.
Maybe. I have no idea. If that was a call, we had timeouts. If you don't like what you see, call a timeout. It's not like, you know what I mean?
my bigger question.
Not like we hadn't had timeouts. We had timeouts. We had 2 of them.
Why doesn't McDermott say, "What the fuck are you doing?" and slap them?
Why doesn't McDermott call a timeout? There's plenty of coaches that go, "I don't like it." Right? We had 2 timeouts. It wasn't like it was 5 seconds ago, no timeouts. I get it. You're scrambling. You got to choose something. Got to get in the end zone. We had a minute and a half to go. No reason to throw that pass. No reason to call that. No reason to go into the end zone that early. I know you want to end the game. I know you want to, finish it. But my God, got to play smarter football. Got to play smarter football. And that's coaches and players.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things. And we talked about this last time. I think a lot of it comes from early in the season. We ran a lot of checkdowns, quick passing game, and we were successful and it was going good. And then we ran into Pittsburgh and we opened up and we're throwing bombs all day long. And it's like we lost our way after that. We escaped Kansas City.
We did.
Our quick passing game wasn't there. We were chucking bombs against Kansas City too. We just hit on a few of them. And our
running the ball well, and we went away from it too. That's another thing. We continue to do that, guys. I have no idea why. That's another thing. And that's on McDermott as well. I think not just Dorsey, because once again, I think we're up and we're running the ball well, and then they'll score a touchdown, and it almost seems like they're in panic mode. Let's go back to we gotta score now. We gotta score now, right? Like we gotta attack now. And you can't, bro. Stick with what's going. It's okay to keep running.
And I know we're beaten down on the offense right now, but we can talk about the defense and their accessibility to give up those big plays. You cannot 100%. Allow an 81-yard touchdown run on one play after an interception.
No. And
that can't happen.
No, it can't. It can't. Well, you can't let a lot of fourth down and longs happen.
4th and 18.
Long third down
Game's
play.
over. You bat it down.
Right.
You didn't
There's
learn
a
from
lot.
The Arizona game.
100%. To his thing, who was that? That was that Cam Lewis, right? Okay, so he was on the team.
So call timeout before 4th and 18 and remind everybody. You don't need to intercept here. Bat it down. Again, that's the coaching. Call timeout.
100%.
Huddle everybody together.
I agree. I 100% agree. Oh, Mikey.
Anyway, it's a new week.
It is.
Go out and see what they do.
Fresh.
They can't think about it. There's been a lot of crap going on at home, so maybe they'll come out and play free and not think about it so much.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes,
time management hasn't been the best either, Triggs.
No, but Spin's right. It has been decent this year. It's been better this year than it has been in the past.
Little better. Nothing to write home about. I mean, he's getting. I mean, I'm glad that he's getting a tad better, but it's still not the best. Like, there's still plays I'm like, what is he doing? Like, I don't understand his time management. And just McDermott's frustrating at times. He's very frustrating.
Yeah.
Challenging, bad challenges. He's terrible at challenging plays too. He's still like one of the worst in the league. He has to get better.
We got to put some of this on the players too, not executing.
Of course, this is I said that this is a everybody problem. This is a players, coaches. I think they all got to look themselves in the mirror and see what's going on, because they all listen, man. This is not the NBA. Yeah, this is not the NBA where one player can take over. You need everybody playing right. The offensive line, one guy makes a mistake, it ruins everything. One freaking guy. And it can set you back 10 yards, man. Everything was perfect, Mikey, right? But one guy made a critical mistake, and it ruins everything. It's not like that in other sports, right? Yeah. In football, you have to be – every guy has to do their job, and it just seems like right now, like I said, including the coaches, we're just not doing that. Got to get back, man. Got to get back to playing good football, man, like the way we were doing early on in the season. Just like last season. Same thing. I believe in us. I believe we will, Mikey. I do.
I believe we'll get better. We went through the same lull last year. I don't know what it is about our team. We go through this lull. We'll come out on the other side, get back. We still have the talent. We need to get some of these guys healthy, bring them back, and hit our stride going into the playoffs and make our run. It may not be through Buffalo like we were hoping. It's a matter of just getting to the playoffs and then going from there.
Yeah.
We can win anywhere.
I got to look at the Chiefs' schedule, but I mean, it's not like we're super behind. Listen,
they have like one of the easiest schedules the rest of the
they
way.
do, but teams. Listen, sometimes good teams. Look at what happened to Eagles.
Yeah.
It can happen. Okay, so don't
Look what happened
totally
to the Chiefs
write
earlier
that.
against the Colts.
Exactly. So my point is, and we beat the Chiefs, so we also beat the Titans. We have that one up on
And the
them.
Ravens.
And the Ravens. So we have that one. That's good news. It's not like we're super behind right now. They lose a game, we're right back on top, right? So
Well, that's saying we get past our own division because we're 0-2 in our own division.
exactly. We have to handle our business, right? Got to handle our business.
Prescott couldn't. Mystery, yeah. It happens. It happens. You know, at the end of the day, yeah, they have the 31st easiest schedule, so they have like one of the easiest schedules the rest
They
of the
do.
way.
But listen, it's any given Sunday, man.
Any given Sundays, it's that's never been ringing true. Look at that Eagles Commanders game.
100%. That's what I'm saying. 100%. I mean, look at the Bills Jaguars last year. I hate to bring up that, but come on now. That I mean, we can play them 10 times. We win 9.
The Chiefs Colts, like the Chiefs had zero business losing to the Colts in that game.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. So
sometimes
you're just not.
Sometimes you're not. You yourself.
Sometimes you're just not on your egg. Sometimes it's just not your day. Sometimes you just don't play. I mean, it happens.
Yep, handle your business. We'll meet the Chiefs. That's saying you listen. The AFC is stacked, man. It is stacked. That's saying everyone just assumes it's gonna be the Bills and Chiefs. There's a chance the Bills and Chiefs don't meet. It could be somebody else. I'm hoping the
100%.
Bills are there.
The playoffs are
the Titans
crazy.
with Malik Willis took the Chiefs to the brink.
Yeah.
You know,
and the Titans the Titans are looking better. Titans are looking better. Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry again. Like Derrick Henry is an absolute beast. They're a tough team, man. They are not an easy team. I told you guys when we
knew
beat
we
them.
were going to lose. D. Smith, we knew we were going to lose some. I predicted us. Matter of fact, I predicted us to lose 4 this year.
Oh, I was losing 0. I
had us losing 4 this year. I think it's just the way we've lost it's been disappointing. You know, it's the late games mistakes.
But I will say this. I obviously I was having fun with it when I said that because you know how tough it is to do that. I mean, obviously only one team's gone undefeated, but I will say this: we've lost 3 games, and it's a combined by 8 points.
Yep.
None of these games, the Buffalo Bills have gotten whooped. Right? Yeah. No game has been like, oh man, like we just not come to play. We got our asses handed.
Ourselves in the foot in every single one.
Right. Every game we are probably up. I think that we lost. Okay, every game. So it's not like I said, these are all games we could have won. We didn't. And that's the fact. But we're a very good team. We just have to correct some things. So people could talk about the expectations and all that stuff. Listen, man, I still I like it now. I like that the national media, I like that outsiders like yourself or like Viking fans are counting us out. And I'm sure the players do too, because now we can put that to the side, all that Super Bowl talk, and we'll just go handle our business. We just got to correct some things. And then we get back to our winning ways and shut everybody up. That's what we need to do. That's it.
Yep.
Shut everybody back up. Put everybody because it's funny.
Jumping off the bandwagon.
It is so funny. Like I respect Colin Cowherd and all that, but it's like all these guys now are like, oh, Josh, now he can't win without Dable. I'm like, bro, stop with the Dable thing, because under Dable we can go right back, and Josh Allen was making the same stupid mistakes after the bye week last season. What is your excuse? How can you talk about that? Under Dable did the same thing in second halves. He did not run the ball. We got caught up. We got beat by bad teams. Stop. It's not that's not the case at all.
Is we're not being beat by bad teams this year.
Exactly. These are all close.
They're all
beating ourselves.
Teams. Like the Jets. The Jets are a good team this year. The Dolphins are a good team this year. Minnesota is a good team this year. So it's not like we're losing to.
I was very The Jets are I still don't like. Listen, I don't think they're for all the Jets fans out there.
They run and play defense really well.
Yeah, exactly. It was not their quarterback, and I still don't trust their quarterback. He did not play exceptionally well versus us. I thought he did okay, but under pressure, he was terrible. If you look at his stats, when we blitzed him, when we put pressure on him. So I cannot wait to play the Jets again. I cannot wait to play the Jets at home, and I want to see what they bring, because I don't think it's going to be the same result. I know it's not. So we'll see, but these are all correctable. The only thing that isn't, and I repeat myself, is the injuries. And let's just cross our fingers that we get our players back and they stay healthy. And our offensive line, all they could do is try to play a little better, but they are who they are. Other than that, man, everything else is correctable. Everything.
We're nitpicking at stuff right now of things that bother us. We know we're a good team. We're amongst the elite in the AFC. We just need to fine tune what's going wrong. I imagine if we went to a Chiefs, Mystery, you're a Chiefs fan. I imagine Chiefs guys are nitpicking the things that they would like to see better with the Chiefs. I can't imagine they're all hunky dory. Everything's running perfectly smooth.
Oh,
you can do that with every team. Here, we're just nitpicking the things that are bothering us.
Just wait until the Vikings lose. You're going to see the Vikings. All these, I'm just saying, I'm pointing that out because they're all on the high horse right now. Wait till things don't go so good. Wait till things go wrong when you have that bad game, because it's going to happen. They already lost one. So just wait. You're going to see how fans turn so quickly, how media so quickly. Oh, Cousins isn't the guy.
It's the week.
It's a week, and teams sometimes have bad. Listen, you know what's funny? Von Miller brought up a great point, and I didn't even know this. The Rams lost 3 in a row when they got Von Miller. 3 games in a row.
What team you with, D. Smith? Said no, our defense sucks.
Yeah, it ain't our defense.
I think he's either he's somebody in the East. He's a fan of someone in the East.
I think Dolphins. It looks like a Dolphin logo.
Oh. We on upset alert this week. We are on upset alert. Yes, Amy. Smoking hot from here on out. It's time to get hot. Put all those demons to bed. Oh, D. Smith's a Chiefs fan as well. Okay.
Oh, okay.
See, I think their defense is better this year than it was last year. I like some of the young additions that they've made. I love Trent McDuffie coming out. Crawford, your DN's really good. You guys got Steele in that 7th round corner that you guys are playing. He's pretty good. I love Reed. It's just got to come together. They play together, and then you guys have them. One of the leading candidates for Defensive Player of the Year, and Chris Jones. That guy is a monster on the inside.
Yeah. I don't think your defense is that. I don't think your defense is that bad.
I think it's better this year than it was last year.
Yeah, I mean, you guys get to it. I mean, you got when you played us, that was a hell of a game. I mean, we were on a roll at that point. You know what I mean?
That defense they did a good job of shutting us down.
They did. So I don't know about if your defense is bad.
Creative coaching staff there on offense and defense. Spagnuolo is a creative guy, kind of like Wink Martindale for the Giants. Now he used to be in Baltimore. They just come up with these really creative defensive schemes, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But man, he leaves it out there. Sometimes I wish the Bills would get more creative that way.
On defense, or just in a whole?
Just in general, as a whole.
Yeah,
I don't think we're super.
But that lies on the coach. That I'm telling you, that goes back to Sean McDermott. I'm telling you, because
I think it's part of the reason why McDermott and Dable did butt heads at times, because McDermott is very. This is how.
Yeah, because sir, he gets. I think what's weird. I think McDermott at times he's not right. Like things are going good. He's going for it at 4th down early, and right, he's airing it out. He's doing the offense is going good, but then, like I said earlier, something happens, a turnover or whatever, and he clams up. Then he starts playing like the safe ball, right? And it's just weird, man. Especially on defense, that's where he really goes into a hole, right? And he's just. He gets so nervous about these big plays. It's just bro, stick with what you've been doing the whole game. Why are you changing? This isn't a Hail Mary play where you play everybody back. I get that. But my God, the whole field, why would you do it? He does it every game, guys. This is since he's been here. And he has to stop.
He's not going to.
That.
It's his defense. It's the way he plays defense.
It is. But
it's not going to change.
Then he better sure as hell hope we're up every single game by a lot, because we could lose easily that way if we continue to play that soft ass defense at the end of every game that's close. Man, you're gonna. I'm telling you, all these Dorsey haters right now, all these people that don't like Dorsey, and I get it. You're a Chiefs fan, you don't know.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. But people that aren't liking.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something real quick about Dorsey. One, there's a few things. He's been a coordinator for what? What are we in? Week 11 now? Okay.
10 weeks.
10 weeks. Been a coordinator for 10 weeks, guys. That's one. Okay. There's some guys who've been coordinators for years and they're terrible. Awful. Okay. This guy's new on the job. Let's pump the brakes a little bit on that. That's one. Two, everywhere he went, which was a couple places, which was in my dog's mad, you see. He was in Carolina. He got them to a Super Bowl. He helped Cam Newton play his best football ever. Even Cam Newton himself said Ken Dorsey is one of the biggest reasons why he had that MVP season. Ken Dorsey. Didn't say the coordinator. Didn't bring anybody else up. Big Ken Dorsey person. Buffalo Bills weren't Ken Dorsey's only option. A lot of teams wanted Ken Dorsey as OC. So don't get that wrong, okay? Including the Giants. Including Brian Dable, wanting Ken Dorsey. It was between us and the Giants. Ken Dorsey's going to in Chicago. Yeah,
Chicago wanted him too.
Exactly. And who knows who else? I think I even heard the Dolphins at one point. So, guys, listen, we're first in the NFL in offense. This isn't as bad as you think that he's doing. Like, it's funny to me. Like, you're first in the NFL. We've made some mistakes. Sure, we've lost 3 games. I get it. But guys, we're not last in offense. We're not in the middle of the pack. We're first in offense. He's doing a good job. He's making some rookie offensive coordinator mistakes. You got to give him that. Just like if you got a rookie quarterback, he's going to make some mistakes. If you hired, listen, Sean McDermott, shit, he's still making mistakes as a coach. And he's a fresh coach. But now he's been in the league, 6 seasons, 7 as a coach? So you guys got to back up a little bit with the Ken Dorsey thing. I honestly, guys, because what more can the guy do? That honestly, except for what, fix a few things that, like the red zone work, like me and Mikey talked about, right? Other than that, what do you want? We got to score 50 a game for him to be considered.
I think the real thing that I would like to see
win, of course, but that goes on both win. Okay. Win, but that's on both sides of the ball.
I get that. We ranked 22nd in red zone this year.
Yes, that's what we need to fix.
We 100%. Fix that, we're fine.
Right. I agree. But see, D. Smith says win, but that doesn't always just fall on the offensive coordinator. So listen, we scored. I'm just throwing this out there. We scored 30 points last week. I'm going to throw this game out there last week. 30 points should be enough to win in a football game.
Yeah.
The defense allowed 33 points, guys. That should be enough to win a football game.
Josh Allen gave up a touchdown.
And Josh, exactly. So
they did give up 33. The defense gave up 20-something because Josh Allen gave up a touchdown.
Okay, you're right. He did. You're right. 100%. I'm sorry. So even worse.
I'm just adding that.
Yes. So even worse. So that's my point. So like the defense. Listen, the defense needs, it's a team game. At the end of the day, the offense is scoring. We're high in scoring. We're doing that fine. We're just, the mistakes is the red zone. So winning is not always because it's the offense's fault or Josh Allen's fault. Like, this is a team game. We just talked about it. Everybody has to do their part. The 4th down play, Cam Lewis knocked the ball down. We win the game. Nobody, hypothetically, Mikey, if Cam Lewis knocks that down or we just stop him, whatever happens, we win that game. Nobody's sitting here talking about Ken Dorsey being a bad coordinator and oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm just not. I didn't say you. I'm saying.
I'm just
but nobody, right? But nobody would still be like, "Oh, Josh Allen with Ken Dorsey can't." Bro, winning cures everything.
Yep,
cures everything. Everything, guys. Remember the meltdown he had? Nobody even talked about it because we started going on a winning streak. Nobody even remembers it. So stop with the Ken Dorsey sucks talk. He's no good. No good. Dibbles, but stop. We're number one in offense. We're gonna clean up the red zone. And then everybody that's on here talking about Dorsey is gonna go, oh, Dorsey's pretty damn good. I was wrong about Dorsey. I'll bet you guys. I'll bet all y'all in the chat that don't like Dorsey talking about Dorsey at the end of the season. I want to see where y'all at. We'll make a bet. I'll eat the hot chili pepper. I hate spicy shit. If our offense ain't leading the league in offense, I promise you.
Well, we're leading the league in offense now, and
No, but we clean shit up.
So where do we need to be in the red zone for you to feel satisfied?
Stop. Where you need to be is scoring points and stop fucking turning the ball over. I don't give a shit. Right now, listen, right now I'll take 3. Okay, the way the red zone's going,
go down and just kick field goals. I don't give a shit.
Dude, I was upset about 3. Right, I was upset about 3 points. Now we're getting nothing. Give me the 3. I'll take 3 all second half, baby. Every drive. 3, 6, 9, 12. Sure, give it to me. But no, you gotta put points up, man. Gotta put points up.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you got Tommy okay with field goals now.
Hey, man, better than turnover. Better than nothing.
Yep.
I'll take it
Yep.
at this point. But they'll clean it up.
I think we handle the receivers. Yeah, it's who is their receivers? They have Cooper and Peoples-Jones are like their 2 main receivers.
from Michigan. He's not bad. Peoples-Jones he's not bad.
They sit most of their personnel in 12 and 13 personnel. They don't tend to run 11 personnel like most teams do. They are a running team. That's what they do.
Yeah.
So we better bring our big boy britches and stop.
I'm gonna tell you.
Run.
I'm gonna tell you right now, because this is a copycat league. The Cleveland Browns are definitely going to try to see what we're about as far as run defense goes. They are going to attack us early on, and they're going to see if we are still giving up chunk rushing yards. And if we shut that down early, Mikey, then we got control of that game. I'm going to tell you right now, because Cleveland will not continue to run the ball late in the game because they will be behind this on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope you're right.
They have to get going early.
Yeah. And you know what? I think where they're going to run those tosses. That's where we've been getting gashed this year. On the
outside. Yep, I agree. Missed
like the
arm tackles.
Yeah. Trying to bump people, not wrapping up.
I hate it. You know, the only guy that hasn't been doing that, to his defense, is DeMar Hamlin. He's the only guy that's making that's coming out of that.
Close down to the feet, and they've been stepping out of it too.
Yep. Yeah, but he's at least tackling. He's at least he's at least attempting. Yeah. Listen, and Milano too. Mm-hmm. But Milano, has obviously missed a game or two. Yeah. But listen, that shoulder tackling, that putting your arm out like that, bro, that's not going to cut it against guys like Chubb. You gotta be physical as shit with him.
If they do this, Scott, I want to see the return of our short passing game. We would eat that too high blitz alive if we go back to that short.
Oh yeah. That's not going to happen. By the way, they got one of the worst run defenses, Cleveland, and I know that, but I'm very curious if I will say this though, Mike. We've been running early in games the last 2 or 3 games. We just we're getting out of it in the second half. So
yeah, you're right.
I'm very curious how that game goes in the beginning. If we run and maybe, hopefully, Mikey, continue to run the second half and not just get pass happy.
Mystery, you're right. Don't be tempted to kill your young and very young.
I agree. I've been saying it. Yeah,
you're right. You're 100% right.
Listen, Allen will go to, and everyone says it all the time, Cam Newton, man. He is a perfect comparison. Big guy, strong guy, athletic, had a great arm, could run like the wind, but because he was everything for Carolina and he did not protect his body, his career got cut short, very short. And Allen is on that pace. He's already been hurt a couple times, and it seems to be always around his arm.
Do you see the common factor there? The common denominator there? McDermott and Bean. Bean was the assistant GM there.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really hoping, Mikey, nothing you can do this season. gotta help. You gotta help the O
You got
line.
at some point you're gonna have to help him out, or he's gonna get hurt at some point.
Yeah, you have to, and it's gonna be a bad injury eventually.
I hope not.
I mean,
I hope not. Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. Yeah, I agree. But you got to fix that. Got to fix it.
Yep. And you're right. Amy's right. He's a rookie coordinator. You got to give him a chance to work it out. You're right.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you. See, I got good people like Amy in the chat. She understands where I'm coming from.
D. Smith comes and says, I hated Brady for his short passes. I see why now. I love short passes. Yeah, you have Patrick Mahomes. When he gets that ball out of his hands quick and gets into the playmaker's hands, it's amazing.
They are such. I love when they have Josh Allen do those little dinks and dunks early. I love it, man, because it
brings everybody up.
It opens up so much, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially later in the game when defenses are playing tight. Then you can go for that deeper pass, right? Yeah. And not only that, you get Allen going early and get him in a groove. And man, Allen, when he does that, I remember, I don't know what game it was, but he had like 14 completions in a row. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing was deep. They were all 5-yard, 6-yard, 3-yard, 7-yard, 9-yard. Efficient, man. Taking what's given to you, taking what the defense gives you. And we've gone away from that. If we go back to that, that will really help this offense get going back, Mikey. I really believe that. And that's on Josh too.
Yeah,
let's get back
to that short. And it's Josh, it's Dorsey, it's the offensive
100%,
game plan.
100%.
Let's get back to those short passing games and get those guys, get the ball in our playmakers' hands and let them space a little bit.
Yeah, and I want to see Shakir in the slot for now.
God, yes, please.
I really do.
He's been sick this week, so maybe we'll get Shakir this week.
I hope so, because he deserves it. And McKenzie, like I said, he's a gadget guy. I don't mind him as a gadget guy.
I love him as part of our team.
Yeah, I think he helps the offense out.
Mm-hmm.
But I just thought he's not a true slot, and I think it is hurting our offense when he's out there in the slot position. I think you have to go with Shakir for now. If you get OBJ, great, cool.
Yeah.
But for now, I think you got to give Shakir a chance, because it ain't working with McKenzie. I've been saying that for weeks now. I don't know what Buffalo's why they're continuing to be stubborn. They're being very stubborn, but they're like that. McDermott, I'm telling you, they're all. I don't understand it, man. Very stubborn. Very stubborn.
Yeah, Dallas is right. Great opportunity to get a couple W's this week and next week. Got to go into Detroit and handle our business. So
100%.
With that, Tommy, we're an hour 22 in. It's time for prediction.
Time flew by. Okay.
It did.
In the dome. This is great.
What? And I appreciate our chat.
Yeah, man, y'all were on fire.
Helping us, work through our issues. It was my therapy this
week.
Thank you. And you know what? I appreciate D. Smith and A. Mystery coming in as a Chiefs fan, helping us keep us calm. It's funny that the Chiefs fans are the ones keeping us calm.
Calm down. Relax.
This will be all right. And we appreciate you being here, D. Smith. Mystery, come back every week. We appreciate your insight, especially from an outsider looking in.
Yeah, man.
Tommy, I have it this week, 34-13 Bills. I think this is the week we get things back on track.
I like it.
I could see a 40 burger. I need to see a little bit more in the red zone before I feel comfortable hitting the 40s.
Okay. So
Scott kills me. He always comes in
99-0.
Love the show. Hate Frazier's defense.
Come on. I like Frazier actually, but I am going to go the 40 burger here. I'm going to go the 40 burger because we're in a dome. I just think we play so much better in a dome, and we got most of our offense. I'm pretty sure everybody is healthy, right? Spencer Brown's back. Josh Allen obviously playing. Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis. Only one that's iffy right now is McKenzie, which obviously we know how that goes. I kind of like Shakir in there anyways. I also
tackle back. We got to tackle back.
Yep. And I also will say Hines might be used a little bit more since he's getting used to the playbook. I will say this is what, week 3 he's been here now, right? 3rd week or 2nd week. So I'm going to say 40. I'm going to say 40.
D. Smith came in with a 40 burger too.
Yeah. I'm going to say 40 to 16, 40-16.
40-16. I got
Yep.
34-13. Jason N comes in, says it's a 34-31.
Hey,
you think
the
that,
way
that
this
that-
game's going, he's going by what's been going on lately.
Yeah, but
So
I mean,
I don't blame him.
We've been playing some, I mean, the Jets game wasn't a high scoring game; it was more of a defensive game.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't
Minnesota
think the Browns have nearly the high
They
powered
don't.
offense that the
They
Vikings
don't.
have.
They don't. I want to pull that up what their offense is ranked. I'm very curious.
Scott Blakely comes in 41-20 Browns. It'll be our Colts game of last year. Oh God,
get out of here!
Scott's really feeling it right now.
Well, they're not as bad as I thought. They're fifth on offense. I mean, they're not.
But they're mostly run, right?
No, I know that. I know. I'm just saying they're not as bad as I thought they were on offense in total. So, I want to see what are they on the run? They're fifth and run.
I don't know what they are in run. Amy comes in and says all of our scoring will be outside the red zone. We don't even enter it this game. 27-9.
They're fifth and run.
The fifth and run and fifth in total offense.
Yep. And passing.
The Browns secondary is actually beat up. When they're all healthy, I like some of them. Right now, they just lost Newman, their former first round pick, to a concussion today. So they're going to have backup guys in there as it is.
I believe they're 19th in passing. So they're not the greatest in passing.
Yeah, but they can run the ball so damn well.
That's all that counts.
Dal comes in and says, Jay, 4 TDs with 3 red zone TDs. I like it. Get us back on it. Mystery comes in, 36-20 Bills. Okay, I like it. I like where you guys' head's at,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you came in a little bit late, Smith. I started with the injury reports. Their cornerback Newsome got a concussion today in practice.
Yep,
and
that's a big loss.
That's a big loss for them because they already had somebody else beat up, and they were playing a undrafted rookie as their CB4, who's now going to have to slide into their CB2 because their slot guy. And then I guess they benched Greedy Williams because he's been getting burned, and now he may be back out there. So we'll have to see how all that plays out.
Yep.
Okay, back to Scott's original question. Over under 2.5. Jay, 17 interceptions. I say under. I don't know if he throws one this week. I really don't.
I'm gonna say under too, just because I'm really hoping that
Spence says under.
I'm really hoping he watched. I'm really hoping he watch a film and relax his ass.
Yeah. After last week, I have a feeling that he's going to make sure he's not. He'll be thrown away. He'll be extra cautious this week.
Yeah. You don't need to play hero ball every single drive. Take what's given to you.
Excluding 2-point conversions from the red zone. She had 27-9, no red zone attempts at all. All of our scoring comes outside the red zone.
Right.
We don't even get into the red zone. We just bypass it.
Right. That's our new game plan. Never
98-yard touchdowns. 98-yard touchdowns over and over.
We chuck it deep every single time. We fear the red zone. Right. That's our kryptonite, man.
Yeah, the red zone, man. We're just allergic.
Red zone!
We get inside the 20 and we get allergic to the end zone. I don't know why. It's odd. Because most of our route runs are about 15 to 20 yards downfield. Inside there, now we're running in the end zone just like the last time. Go back to those 5-7 yard routes. It's okay. You can do that.
Use Dawson Knox a little bit. Where's Reggie Gilliam? Why is Reggie Gilliam not there? But why? You got Reggie Gilliam, right, as a fullback, and you never use him.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Dawson Knox, he's not used at all, and we just paid him $50 million.
He's having a terrible season. I mean, well, to his credit, he's having to help the offensive line because he's blocking.
He's in blocking a lot. But okay, bring in Gilliam, let him help block, and
I know. That's why you have
in Kansas City. Do you think they're going to make Travis Kelce not run routes?
Right. Most teams don't even have fullbacks.
Yeah.
They don't even carry a fullback. We gave Reggie Gilliam a contract.
Happy holidays to you too, brother.
Yeah. Have a good one. Hey, we appreciate you, bro.
I like Scott's nothing pessimism better than his current pessimism.
Yeah,
Good.
Scott. I'm gonna tell you, Scott is pissed,
Scott's on
man.
the downside. He's mad.
Scott's pissed. There's a lot of Bills Mafia that are like that right now. I got a lot of after our game that we our
Blue
post game
zone.
last week.
We don't call
Oh
it
my
red
God,
zone. We
dude.
call it blue zone and own it.
Yeah, I know, right, bro? We had a lot of people that are down now.
Yeah,
We need.
it's
You know
all right.
what? You know
We're
what?
gonna
What
get
is
back on track
what
next week.
cures that, Mikey?
Winning.
What cures it? Winning.
Winning.
Got to get back to winning. And Scott will be back here next week going 99-0 again. You will see. Okay. But we got to win.
Yeah.
Win. If we lose, Scott's going to blow the roof off.
Don't even put that out there, Ricky Bobby. Don't even put that out there. We're not going to lose. We're going to win.
We are not.
We're going into Detroit.
I'm going to be there. By the way,
yep.
I've never went to a game where the Bills lost. And I've been to
Yes, Andy.
let's see. I went to 5 Bills games in Miami, in Florida, when we played the Dolphins. Never lost the game. And I went to 2018 in Buffalo when we played the Lions and we won Josh's rookie year. And I'm going to this game, so I'm gonna keep that streak going.
And we're gonna
keep that going. Damn real.
And we're gonna win, and we're gonna get back on track. And then we're gonna win against the Lions, and then we're gonna starting to get it rolling now.
Yeah, 100%. All right, Mike, you ready? Get it on out of here.
Scott says, if we lose, I'm selling my Bears ticket. We're not losing, Scott. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Fantasy Kingdom.
Oh.
Come join Tommy, myself, and Howie as we talk a little bit of fantasy football. It's a good time. And then, do we have anything going on tomorrow night?
AFC East Shakedown at 6:00. I'm pretty sure it's going to be on my channel, Mafia Sports Report. I'll tweet it out. That's at 6 regardless if it's on my channel or Sports Dynasty. But like I said, I'll tweet it out. And then obviously Sunday, we normally do post game, but that will be interesting because I will be at the game.
Yeah.
But I will definitely set it up still, Mikey. And I would definitely have Mikey on, and I will try to go live. I will try to join you best I can.
I don't know if I'll be able to catch it tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Or Sunday. Anyway, so let's do this. Let's plan it for later in the night. We won't go live right after. We'll do it later. We'll do a later show on Sunday.
What are you doing? Missing the game again?
No, I'm not missing the game, but I have family in town. It's the holidays.
I guess I don't know if I can. I guess I'll let it slide.
So,
I'll be nice. I'll let it slide.
There's things I gotta do.
I'll let it slide this time. I don't know if the chat will be so nice about it.
So let's do this.
I'll let it slide.
Let's look to do one later Sunday. We won't go live right after the game.
I got you. Yeah, I'll hit you up after the game because by the time I'm out of there, let's see, the game ends at 4. By the time I even get home, it'll be like 6:00. You know what I mean? 6:30, something like that.
Okay, we'll figure it out. If not, we do go live Monday. Either way.
Yeah, either way, I'm gonna. You'll see me on talking shit somehow.
Okay.
On. All right, guys.
Tommy treats Mike like a Vikings fan.
God damn, Mikey.
Nope, I'm good. I'll be here. I'll be watching. I'll still be texting you even though you're at the game.
Yeah.
You can tell me if I'm going crazy or not as you see it live.
Better not get no fight with no Browns fans.
Right. Knowing you, don't get a fight with any Bills fans. As they're talking bad about Dorsey.
I'm a celebrity, man. I'll be there, be like, that's Tommy. Let's put him down to the. Let's get him down.
Right. There you go.
That's time for Mafia Sports.
Yeah, you get VIP treatment up in there.
I got paparazzi out there.
Oh God! Listen to this guy. Listen to this guy.
That's right. Buddy. Taking pictures. All right, I'm out.
All right, for Tommy, for myself. Let's play our outro.
Yeah. Peace out. Go Bills. Bills Mafia #1. We're out of here.